Hello, one Coco family. Happy New Year to you. I really trust that 2026 would be a great year for each and every one of you. If you are new to the channel, welcome, and I hope you enjoy this content. And if you do, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. So I started the new year just the way I ended 2025. I spent it in the garden, doing some harvesting. Here, I started out by harvesting some pigeon peas. I actually didn't realize that they were ready until the day before. So I was pleasantly surprised. So I was able to pick quite a bit, and later on in the video you would see what I actually got from it all. But my journey to self-sufficiency is going pretty well, I would say. I am really happy about the progress that I have been making so far. And for those of you all who don't know what pigeon peas is, I'm not sure why it's called pigeon peas, but it bears only around the shorter days in the year, so around Christmas, and it's a kind of delicacy, I would say, in Grenada. But apart from that, it's a very good nitrogen fixer. So because it's a legume, you don't need to apply any nitrogen to it. It fixes its own nitrogen. So it means that after these plants are over with, you can plant something that is a heavy feeder. Maybe squash, for example, needs a lot of that. So you can plant it in the same area because the nitrogen has been fixed by the legumes, in this case, the pigeon peas. For this year, my encouragement to you is to plant your own food as much as is possible. Part of my reason for doing this is because I call it prepping for the next pandemic, whatever that pandemic may be. And so that's part of the reason why I decided to grow my food. But not only that, I just found that a lot of our foods were filled with chemicals that weren't good for our bodies. And that is one of the driving forces behind me wanting to plant. So yeah, that's my encouragement. Feel free to share in the comments what you have tried on your own, and what has worked for you and what has not worked so well. But I'm open to hear from you, so please let me know in the comments. So after I did the peas, then I began clearing a section that I'm hoping to plant some tanya in. So that was my next thing. It didn't take that long. I used a fork and a cutlass pretty much, and my hands to root up some of the weeds that are growing, and a sort of wild tanya and dasheen that has been growing on the ground for some time. So that was my next task. I really enjoy doing this. It's a lot of work, but it's very much fulfilling work. So that was me there. Looks like a weed whacker. It's not. I can take down grass like so. Right, and then it was time to harvest something again. This time it was zucchini. So here I got 2 that I hope to cook soon. The crop itself has done okay. I have had the problem of having powdery mildew, so that was an issue. So in a future video, I'll show you how it is that I intend to treat with that issue of powdery mildew when I'm growing zucchini for the next time. And this one has, the okras have a sort of black mold. I think that's brought on by ants. So I also got some okras and then some bush beans, which is similar to string beans, what we call string beans. And so I've been able to reap okras every 2 days or so. And then it was time for me to get some cacao, as my friend and one of my mentors would say, cacao. We call it cocoa. So these trees, I got them with the land, so they are already established. And for those of you all who probably don't know how cocoa grows, it grows on all parts of the tree. So you see some on the lower stem, some on the higher branches. Then it was time to shell the peas. Very therapeutic, something I love doing again. And took me a few hours, but I don't mind. That way I get my own food. And I weighed it, and it was almost 2 pounds of peas. So that's either going to be a stew peas. And then this is a new venture of mine. So this is tea bags. I'm going to tell you more about it in a subsequent video, but I was able to process and package some on the 1st of the year. Yes, it was a long day, but well worth it. Very fulfilling again, and I slept well. So thank you for viewing, and thank you for viewing my videos, the few that I did in 2025. I hope to see you more often in 2026. So I wish you all the best, and remember to like and share the video so that others can see what's happening with me in the field. Thank you for viewing again, and see you in the next video. Bye.